Hi everyone, and welcome to DIY Gifts to Save Your Budget. I hope you've enjoyed the ideas we've shown you so far and been inspired for the holiday season. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a luminary out of picture frames. All of the materials for this project are available at places like Dollar Tree and Walmart, making it an easy and affordable option. It's also not very time consuming, so as long as you can get your hands on everything you'll need, it can even be an option for last minute gift givers. Also, credit for this idea goes to the blog That's What She Said by Cheryl Spanenberg. Now, to get started on your luminary, you're going to need the following materials. 4 5x7 picture frames. A few things to keep in mind when choosing your picture frames. You want the edges to be square and flat. This will make them easier to glue together. You also want to look for frames where the pegs that hold the backing in place are on the frame itself and not the cardboard backing. We won't be using the cardboard backing, so the pegs need to be on the frame in order to help hold the picture and the glass. I found these frames at my local Dollar Tree. If you were planning on making a bunch of these, you can order them by the case on Dollar Tree's website. Gorilla Glue or Super Glue. I purchased this super glue at the Dollar Tree, but Walmart also has reasonably priced Gorilla Glue as well. Also, you really only need one tube to make one luminary. I just bought extras to be safe. Paper. The blog recommends using vellum, which you can purchase by the sheet at craft stores like Michael's. I wanted a more affordable alternative since I knew I would need quite a few sheets, so I found this pack of parchment paper at Walmart. It was $7.48 for 80 sheets, which comes out to about 10 cents per sheet. A printer. You can use your printer at home. You can check with your local library to see if they will let you put in special paper to print out a few pictures, or you can go to an office supply store like Staples where they will help you print out your pictures. Photographs. This part is completely customizable. You can do family photos if you're making your luminary for a family member or friend. You can also go online and choose seasonal photos if you wanted to make someone a centerpiece for the holidays, or even do something using quotes that are personal to you and your recipient. It's really up to you. I do have a few things to point out here to help you select your photos. First, you will notice that this luminary calls for pictures that are in portrait orientation, or vertical. You could make a luminary using landscape or horizontal pictures if you wanted. It would just look different and might take up more space. Whichever one you choose, you will need to make sure all 4 pictures have the same orientation or go the same direction. Also, I printed mine out in black and white because it looks like that's what the author did on her blog post, but feel free to try printing it out in color and seeing how it comes out. A square mirror. This was the hardest piece for me to find. The link on the blog takes you to an option on Amazon, but it was more than I wanted to pay since I wanted to keep this project as low cost as possible. Dollar Tree does sell square mirrors, but I couldn't find any at my local store, and I didn't want to purchase the bulk order they have available on their website, though again, it would be awesome to get that if you planned on making a lot of these. In the end, I found this larger size one at Walmart, where the candles are shelved. I actually like the way it looks, so I encourage you to play around with different sizes to find one you like. Tea light candles or LED candles. These are the LED candles I found at the dollar store, though in practice I found that actual candles work better. In the end, the final total I spent to make one luminary is around $10. Now that we have all of our materials gathered, let's start putting together our luminary. First, choose the photos you would like to feature and trim them down to place into your frames. You'll need 4. Print those out on the paper you chose to use, whether it's the vellum or something different, choosing the 5x7 size when printing from your computer's photo software. If you need more help with this step, feel free to stop in at your local library and we'll walk you through how to print. A quick note about sizing. I didn't pay attention to this when I was purchasing my frames, but these actually come with mats included. The photo that goes inside the mat is 5x7, rather than a 5x7 photo fitting comfortably without the mat. If you wanted your picture to fill the whole frame, as it does on the example on the blog, You can make it larger than the 5x7 when you're printing, and the best way to do this is to insert your pictures into a Word document and then resize them. Then trim them down to fit into the frame. I actually didn't mind the mat and felt it made the picture more secure, so I chose to keep my pictures around 5x7. Next, take the stock photo and all of the cardboard out of your frames and replace it with your photos. You will place the frame down first, followed by the photo, and then put down the glass. Use those pegs we talked about to secure the glass. You'll notice I've taped down my photos to the mats since I decided to keep those. You might need to experiment with securing your photos to the glass with clear tape if you find you have difficulty with this step. Once the photos are securely in their frames, next it's time to glue. First, set up your luminary so you will see the best place to put your glue. If you're using Gorilla Glue, remember it expands as it dries, and you should put your glue towards the inside of the joint that forms when you place the frames together. Be careful when putting your frames in place. I messed up a bit on mine, and it's not as precise as I would like. If you're using super glue, be sure to follow the instructions on the packaging for how to not get it on your clothes, your hands, and the surface you're working on. As you can see in this image, I used parchment paper to prevent the luminary sticking to my desk. Once dry, simply place your luminary on top of your square mirror, or your square mirror inside your luminary if you purchased a smaller one. Place your tea light, candle, or LED candle on top of the mirror and light. That's it! Your luminary is complete. I hope you find this DIY gift idea budget-friendly and easy to do. If you would like to show us what you've created, please feel free to snap a picture and send it to daclib@gwinnettpl.org with the hashtag DIYGCPL in the subject line. We would love to see what you made. And if you're interested in finding more DIY projects to create for the holidays, consider checking out these books from GCPL. Tune in next week for the final installment of DIY Gifts to Save Your Budget, where you will learn how to make a mason jar soup mix. Also, be sure to check out GCPL's YouTube channel for more awesome content. Happy gifting!